welcome in everybody. In today's video we're gonna be doing the new hero reveal. I'm so excited. I watched it. It's so freaking cool. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna turn this down. I think that's good. I think that's good. Maybe? So let's just... We're just gonna skip right into it.
To look at the
there we
character.
go.
You can see pretty unique silhouette. Also, massive shout out to the animation team just for the switching stance.
Yeah, it looks amazing, right?
We take a
feel
lot
the
of
weight
time
so
for the
much.
change.
That
Yes.
Dana, so...
Like I could do that for an hour. Alright, so here we have a heavy hero. So those heroes tend to be a bit less extravagant in terms of the amount of moves. So we have a 2-hit chain, right? So light, heavy, light,
heavy, yeah,
etc. So
Alright,
first, let's
pretty
go
good.
with the lights. We really wanted to do a superior block focus hero. So all of our lights have...
Oh shit! Fucking
the
Jesus
chains as
Christ! Damn!
You'll see later whenever she has other lights.
She is gonna hit like a motherfucker.
That's gonna be a recurrent.
The lights are also enhanced. Great for offense as for a 2-hit hero. It's pretty useful.
That is
In our case, you wanna
14
get
for
to your
light.
finishers. So
14
make a
for
lot of
light. Three,
and also
three for top
that
light.
weapon is quite heavy. It kind of really fits with
Oh.
the character as a whole. And then for
So
the
that'd
heavy,
be...
the heavy finishers are unblockable.
That's
So
not
you can
bad.
see wild swings. And if you notice, the axe gets embedded into the opponent in what we call
So-
Aesir state.
If you do 3
so what does
heavies,
that
it's 20...
When you embed the axe in the opponent, you can do a headbutt.
24, 27, 29. Okay.
But you can dodge that headbutt. In which
Yeah,
case
so
you
she
can
is gonna
take
hit
them.
like a fucking truck. Oh
If you do
god
dodge
damn.
attack, they will beat your guard break.
I'm gonna enjoy
in
this.
case you can also just bait them to do it.
Ooh, that
Free or dodge
is
or whatever.
embedded.
So want to know that headbutt, for all you frame checkers out there, is 400 milliseconds. It is fully unreactable. We've done tests with people that have borderline superhuman reactions, and they were not able to react to them at all. So that's great.
Right.
A very, very potent mix-up.
Exactly. Of course,
So like,
chains, you can also
they might...
do the zone attack. Go to the
I like that zone
Yeah, so
attack.
zone into light as well. So like all like zone acts as a opener basically.
then I guess we should jump into the specials.
Yeah.
First, let's look at that sprint attack because it's a top attack.
That's
So
pretty
it's kind
unique.
of quite unique. So dive in.
Jeez.
You really
It's
feel
like a
the weight of
raider.
the weapon as she throws it.
Yeah.
The raider,
Down.
berserker. That's what I mean.
Of course, it comes with chain.
Exactly. Or
Ooh.
like we usually tend to do. So it's great. You have dodge attacks as well.
So side dodge light,
Oh,
and dodge light. As you can see, because they're light attacks, they have this spear block property.
oh, they're dodge
Like
light
if you
or
attack me,
dodge
then
light.
that
So it wasn't bad.
is
Not
also
not
against-
bad.
Yay.
There you go. Wow, that's pretty good.
And then for the openers, of course you have your enhanced light that helps, but with that shield, people are pretty used to just having a bash opener. Same as other heroes in terms of timing, so this helps you to get into that timing,
Jeez.
get extra
Yeah.
way to open.
And then that
For
opener goes to that bash.
Yep.
That shield bash goes to your openers, right?
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
doesn't go to
exactly.
your second hit in your chain. So it does open up for chains, but you get a chance to get a little bit deeper.
Exactly.
Shit.
Various ways. Important to note, because we didn't mention it during the chain, she doesn't have a bash and chain. Her heavy finishers are already unblockable, so you're kind of gonna do your mix-ups with those instead.
And so that was a conscious choice that we made as well, because her defense is quite potent, right? Having chain lights that, oh, actually, you finish your lights that have superior block. They have like a long delay windows. A lot of stuff we can do with that. So we wanted to really focus on her defense there. And there's another little move that we want to talk about right now, right?
Yes. So with shields come great responsibility in a down stance. But this one is quite different. So first, it's kind of like a Ramusha, where it's just a temporary base one.
Oh, that's not bad.
You can cancel your attack recoveries into it as well. But of course, I can get guard broken, and I can get hit in the recovery. So it's just you're gonna get those moments where you can bait the dodge attack, for example, going to your down stance. But you gotta be careful because you gotta time it. And then if we look at the follow-ups, so let's see. You have the Eddie, which is unblockable. There's something special here we can do in any stance, as I think this is the first time we do that with
it's the first time that we end up having like those type of follow-ups be you can pick your stance. It's very, very much the core of For Honor to be able to attack in a specific stance, choose where you're going. And this also adds like another layer of depth to this hero a little bit, where it's like, well, I can pick my stance, I can go in a situational manner where I have somebody on my left, somebody on my right, what am I going to do with it? And so like the other follow-ups are also interesting as well, right? So
so you get your top heavy for max damage, the side one if you want to hit someone on your side.
That's
you
not
have
bad,
the light attack. Of course, you have superior block as well.
This character is going to be very...
you have the zone attack, so that's if you have like multiple people around you, for example. And just get away from the option. And then you got the bash. That bash can wall splat as well. So of course you can use it to ledge someone, but it can be used as well just to top heavy for a little bit more damage.
Right in the stomach.
Now some of you may have noticed whenever I do block GC, the animation on the other side is quite different than usual.
So you're going to be more
strategic. Place where we decided let's try something new, where whenever you block someone with this, you will bind them. Right?
Yeah.
So that causes some difference. One, it gives you more time to decide what you want to be doing after, because you have so many options.
Yeah, you can delay the follow-up like quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which
is kind of cool, right? Because it gives you like a lot of control over when you're going to do stuff. It gives you a little bit more time to think, a little bit more time to look around what's going on around you.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be strategic.
It also means that if you block a
happens.
trajectory, like let's say someone's attacking GC, but I'm in the way of the trajectory and I downstand, I'm just going to interrupt them. The attack will never reach GC.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, you have other heroes that can kind of like, babysit gang, what we call it. Like you stay on the sidelines, you hold your full block, and you just wait there. And then you kind of like hope to catch trajectories, and sometimes you do. They don't necessarily bounce. You get your follow-up, but it doesn't feel as good. So in this case, this is a big part of the support hero, right? So we want to be able to give her a way to very, very effectively counter those big, massive trajectories that we have in group fights. There's a mid on the opposing team. No big deal. I'm going to get there. I'm going to tap down, block their big, big trajectories, be able to counter them, save my allies, save a lot of people. So that's really great. But that is also a big part of why it's timed, right? So we wanted to have like that skill-based aspect here, a little bit like we have with DP, where like you have to time things a little bit better.
If you're doing
you can't just go and hold down. It doesn't last forever.
They should definitely.
So it really rewards skillful play, timing, understanding, knowing how fast attacks are.
Do it with all the characters.
How you're able to like manipulate the situation around you to really be able to vastly punish your opponents really, really well. That's super cool. And then, like as we'll see, the entire feat set, like most of the feat set revolves around being able to like block and support your allies there as well. So that's a big, big, big part of this hero.
Exactly.
Not bad.
There's another thing that we did. So when you parry someone at 1 HP, and then their friend attack you, and then you parry their friend, and then you're like, I can't kill you now. You recovered. Well, let's fix that with this nonsense. So because we're pushing a bind on the opponent, the more people that you block, everyone will be binded by the knock of the shield. So then it kind of allows you to choose your target. That's something that other heroes don't have. Normally, if I block someone externally with a down stance, my follow-up is going to be on them. With Varangian, you can choose your target, and no matter who you block, you're always going to be able to hit whoever you blocked. And you can also, if someone tries to peel you, you can just attack the external as well, as we see in the video.
Yeah.
And then you can see, because you can choose your target, we put a lot of effort into a new tech where she will detect where the hit is coming from. And as you see in the video right now, she will just play an animation accordingly while still looking at her target.
So there's a lot of
That's
animation in this
good.
system,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Because we had to really
That
plan ahead
actually
on
works
like
out.
every direction from the player that you're locked on and you're fighting. But if it's coming there, but if somebody's coming on the other way, so from there going on the other side, the shield's pretty big. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
So,
We got to
so
swing
how
it
do
around.
we do
yeah.
it? How do we turn all of that? It looks simple, but it's pretty complex, and it really gives the defensive like feeling of this character
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she can protect you if you fight with her on your team. It feels good.
It gives you
feels
that
good.
cool, like, cool girls don't look at explosions type of feel, you know? It's
Exactly.
super awesome, but I find, like, even what Alex was talking about, like, the tactical aspect here of I can block multiple people, and what's super cool is that if you manage to block 4 people, right, you have the time to choose who you're going to pick and who you're going to do your follow-up against. And that's
That's
kind
gonna
of
be
part of the
so
tech that
cool.
we've built for this hero, where
Yep.
Especially
if I
with
block a
your
single
gank
person,
and getting
I have my
ganked
follow-up
on.
against that single person. It's good. If I block 2, I have time to choose which one of the 2. If I block 4, you have time for all 4.
Yeah.
And as soon as you throw an attack, everybody that you did bind with your block kind of gets out of it. So there's no real...
It was
There was
really
a lot
like a
of
group
work.
effort to make it work.
Yeah, this
And
was
behave
not
the
a
way
this was
want.
not a simple topic
No.
to tackle
Yeah.
with
Not
the
at all.
team,
No, no,
but
But
yeah.
you guys pulled it off amazing, so it's
Yeah.
super great.
Looks great.
really cool.
All right, so
yeah,
we want to talk about Feats a little bit?
Yeah, I think we're at the Feats now.
Yeah, we have a little video,
so
right?
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna run the video. So first feat is called Take Shelter. So this is part of her support kit. Whenever you land a superior block, you can see the little sphere going to the Valkyrie, and it heals her, but it doesn't heal Varangian.
Yeah.
The Varangian guard. So that means that you're basically just gonna be standing there in team fights, healing all of your allies.
Yeah.
You're keeping them healthy. Of course,
I don't
it's
know
quite a
how.
potent heal, so
I
you're
really
healing
don't know how
yourself.
that's gonna
kinda
work
the-
though.
Yeah, and there's no cooldown on it, and it
Yep.
triggers off of every super block, so your full block and as well your crushing counters when you're using your
Yep.
lights.
Exactly.
So it triggers off of all that, so that's pretty good.
Now, for the feat
Two?
2,
Yeah.
because your feat 1 is not keeping you alive, we have Mystia Ward, which is whenever you superior block an attack, you will gain a big defense buff for a short duration. That's kind of like the Lawbringer feat 3.
Yeah, it's kind of like Righteous Deflection, right?
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but it's on severe block instead of being on pack.
Exactly. Just
Well,
to
you
make
know,
sure
might
that whenever
be
you're in those
good.
big team fights, that you don't go down too fast. And now, to go back into the support, here's the Aesir Aura. So that one is every single time you land an unblockable heavy, you will pulse a AoE that will give a little attack buff to you and your friends. So that really allows you get that Aesir bind with the heavy, and then
It's not
you and
bad.
your friend can kind of take advantage of it.
I like that
with
one.
with the damage.
I
buff.
think
all of this
they're
kind of
just probably gonna use, like,
defensive and tactical aspects.
Some of the
That's really
Griffin
great, though.
healing abilities.
All right, then we got Feat 4.
Yeah, and then feat 4, reclaim the land. So going back to fight the uncle. So as you see, it seems like it's a projectile from the sky, so that's kind of like a spear storm. It acts kind of like a catapult, so you cannot do it indoor. So there's going to be a bunch of spears that fall into your enemy for damage, and then it's going to leave a Doom Banner, which is,
A Doom Banner.
if people are familiar, it's the Berserker feat 2, so it plants a banner, and then every enemy's inside of it is going to have lesser defense. And
Yeah, it debuffs defense. So it's
Yeah.
really great for like point control, that sort of stuff. You get in, you throw that, there's a bunch of people in there. Even if they dodge out, well, then you can go into that banner and then try to beat me. You know, so
Yeah.
it feels again, it feeds into all those aspects.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Not
really,
bad.
really interesting feats.
yeah, like we're going there, there's a banner, attack everyone, get the buff, heal everyone,
Yeah.
embed your axe in people.
There you go. Works really good.
Easy.
Super easy.
Right.
Cool. Great. Yeah, so definitely a lot of really cool like defensive options, tactical, like you were talking about here. Just such a huge support character, which is really fun. Like I like that a lot personally, so I can't wait to play her next week as well.
I just noticed that
Do
they
you have
have
some
like
other things you want to show off though too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we have the
We have a
emote
video
and
for
the
emotes.
execution
Oh, yeah.
and
Let's go
emotes.
see.
As well, yeah. Max
So let's
is
jump
good
into the emotes.
Yes.
So we got the combat emotes here.
There you go. So we have all the emotes for her representing herself. Like she rally people around her, like the Doom banner, exactly. Like it's a bit that, like the banner that comes in. You want to be with her when you fight.
Big
yeah, some
flex.
also like fun emote because
Super cool ones,
Some other fun ones, yeah.
I mean we have So
You want to recreate the trailer? You get all the emotes to recreate the trailer. That's super
yeah.
Defiant
Exactly. It
challenge.
really showed the personality of the character
Double
itself,
slam.
and of course, player customization. It's really fun to be the one that call out your ally. So
cool. It's a huge aspect of For Honor.
yeah,
It's
it is.
amazing.
It is. Yeah, sometimes things don't work as intended. So
All right,
That
so
looks
we're
like
gonna have
it's gonna-
executions that'll be coming up
Yes.
shortly.
Well,
Well,
Is
she's
that
gotta
not
finish
cut?
stretching.
Yeah,
now.
she's
This
gotta
is
finish
it
stretching.
right
Yeah.
there.
I really like this,
Yeah.
this emote.
It
It's like
looks
I
amazing.
mean,
you press
those
it, like-
weapons are heavy, so sometimes you just have to.
I'll probably get the stretching.
It also
Yeah,
reminds
bit
you,
of it.
like when you game,
The
you gotta
victory
stretch
dance.
sometime, take a
Yes.
little
Yeah,
bit of water.
Okay, cool. So we've got those, and we have executions as well.
Yes,
You can
the
show off a little bit?
execution.
Yeah,
That's
They look
they're
amazing
so
here.
good. They're so
Yes.
good.
So you really feel the heaviness of this fight
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
in those executions.
And I love like how we kind of handled the shield with like
Yes.
kind of punching with the shield as
She
well.
really used it more like
Yeah.
as a defensive
Yeah.
tool, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but also as
It's pointy, you know.
yeah. I mean, it has a dual like she can use it as to protect.
I like
but
the
also to
accent
attack,
hammer
Yeah.
one.
which she
Yep.
does.
And this is where also like the violent Viking part of it
Yes.
comes into play, right? It's
exactly what Stefan was
Ooh.
saying in the beginning.
like exactly right. So
Exactly.
she's more controlled in general in her fighting and stuff. But when you look at these executions, you see her Viking side really come out. And it's
Yes.
like, yeah, I'm not gonna,
She's violent, but not like control.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very, very controlled violence.
You
but
don't want to
yeah.
have this axe embedded in your face. That's for
Exactly.
I
sure.
think everybody does. No, it looks very painful. Well, yeah, those look amazing. Really cool. Great work on the animation team. Again, putting all that together. Just super bloody and violent. And
This is
and
probably gonna be
horrifying
one
to
of
think
the
about, so
best
great stuff,
heroes
as always.
to come out.
So,
Ocelotl.
Alex, so
like,
I
some
mean,
of the
we've
Outlanders
talked a
are
lot. We've
meh.
showed off a lot here, but if you were to say, just maybe for new players here coming in, like wanting to start playing the Varangian Guard, what would be like maybe the closest character facsimile in the game right now, just so they can get used to it.
It feels kind of a mix in between, I would say, like Warlord, surprisingly,
Surprising,
and Aramusha, in the sense that the down stance is temporary, like Aramusha, and you can do it after your recoveries. So you kind of get like kind of all of the heaviness of the Warlord, and those recovery cancel of Aramusha. Yeah.
There's a bit of Black Prior in there as well. Like
Oh, yeah,
able
for
to
sure.
like do stuff from external trajectories. That's really good there as well.
Like if a new player picks it up, it's like just get into your chain, try to learn how to use those recovery cancels in group fights, and it should be good.
Nice.
It's great because it's the hero's not like it's simple to play. Like it's easy to pick up, but it's really hard to master every little detail with it. That's really good.
Exactly, your positioning,
bad.
what attack to use,
Yeah.
when to defend.
Super great.
So with all of that too, like how do you feel like this is gonna impact like the overall meta? The big
Team
the
competition, right? So,
competitive, all that.
So one of the big things that we were keeping in mind while designing this hero is, as the game has been moving more towards big group fights, big wide trajectories, the meta has been super impacted by this. Why we've seen the rise of Magi, rise of like heroes like Jan Jung and stuff that have those big hits, those big hit boxes around them. So this hero was built to be a counter to this, right? So it's if there is a Varangian guard on the opposing team, you have to be careful where you're going to be throwing your attacks, how you're going to be doing your stuff. Yes, it's not a super hard counter,
Yeah,
but it still
I
works really
understand.
quite well there. So we're
Understandable.
really expecting to be able to see her more into those compositions where you need to defeat opposing teams that are really using those group fight tools that we've been building all over this past year and a half. So it's really built around this. We had this in mind while we were building this hero, as well as when we were like buffing up group fights. So this is how I really feel like it's gonna go, both in regular gameplay and in competitive. Right? Because in regular, it's gonna happen once in a while. You're gonna be able to block with those trajectories, but at competitive level, I've seen the players that we're going to be seeing playing later use her very effectively, use all those superior blocks, use that full block, all of these things really well. So I can really see her getting picked in a lot of situations and be very effective.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be
I
very
think
interesting
you've
to
described
see.
the meta. I know during the development as like this is a
But with that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day. And